Last week's preseason scrimmage at Sheldon, this week's rivalry matchup and season opener at Bella Vista, player profile and coach's corner. All this today on Game Day. Welcome back to another season of Game Day, Rams fans. I'm Marcus Sampson, here with Dominic Washington and Corbin Bailey. Last week, the Rams faced Sheldon in a scrimmage. Dom, how'd the offense look?
Well, Marcus, the offense didn't go as planned in the first period, but the rest of the scrimmage definitely went uphill from there.
Thank you. Yeah, they did. They sure picked it up by the end of the scrimmage. Corbin, how'd the defense look?
The defense did very good. They came out the first period very strong, and Sheldon was only able to score once versus us. And then the rest of the scrimmage, there was a couple interceptions, one by Matt Johnson. It was very nice, and just a couple sacks here and there, and just all around good defense.
Yeah, I completely agree. We do have some highlights from that scrimmage for you. Deep into the first period, Casa was finally able to get things going with a deep comeback route to junior wide receiver Reeve Schertz. On the next play, the Rams completed a quick screen to junior running back Chris Kendall to top off the first period.
During the next period, the Rams really turned it on as junior QB Matt Johnson broke a 70-yard touchdown run. As the momentum built, the Rams next completed a quick slant to senior wide receiver Marcus Sampson, who also had a nice spin move after the catch, and a bubble screen to Aaron Davis, both for big gains.
To finish off the second period, the Rams completed a deep pass to wide open junior wide receiver Spencer Scrignoli, and to top off the drive with a quick slant to senior wide receiver Patrick Povey, who took it in for a Casa touchdown.
During the last period, the Rams kept up the good work with a deep out route to Spencer Scrignoli. A few plays later, they were able to score on an outside run to junior running back Kevin Capal, who outran the Husky defenders to get to the end zone.
The very next play, Matt Johnson finished the period off by breaking free outside and scoring once again for the Rams. Defensively, early on in the scrimmage, Matt Johnson had a perfect tip drill interception, and that pretty much summed up how the rest of the day went for the defense. Last week's scrimmage did give us a good look at what the Rams are going to be able to do this season. Moving on to this week, the Rams play crosstown rivals Bella Vista at BV. Dom, what are your thoughts on the game?
Well, Marcus, Bella Vista has always been a crosstown rival, and they do have a second-year coaching staff as well as a new offense, and they have players also that are eligible this year that weren't last year. So we'll see what they have against our mighty Rams.
Exactly, Dom. We do have a good history of beating them pretty badly, so I really hope we can dominate this year. Offensively, like Dom said, they are running a new offense, and let's see what that looks like with Corbin in his little corner. Corbin?
Thank you guys. Now we'll be taking a quick look at what BV will run against us this week. As you can see, they are now running a wing T, which is primarily a rushing offense. They have a slot and outside receiver here, which can alternate sides, along with a tight end and wingback who also can alternate sides. And the QB is in the shotgun, and the running back can alternate sides as well from pistol to gun. On defense, they run a 4-4 cover 3, 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers, and 3 DBs, covering a deep third of the field. Back to you guys.
And thank you, Corbin, for that inside look at what BV will be running tonight. As we've said a few times, they are running a new offense, which should provide our defense with opportunities to make big plays. One of those defenders who should have a big game tonight is Ryan Rafferty, this week's player profile. Number 50 stands at 6'4", 205 pounds, and is one of Casa's starting defensive ends and captains. His name is Ryan Rafferty, and he's this week's player profile. As a captain, Ryan sees himself as someone who leads by his actions more than his words.
I do see myself as a team leader, but not necessarily as a vocal team leader, more as a leader of my actions. I try to encourage our team, but I do not try to pump up our team as much as other players.
Even though Ryan plays primarily defense, he believes that the team shares one common goal.
So as the team goals, I believe I speak for everyone when I say we want to come away with a championship and a championship ring. But more specifically, I believe we're focused on beating BV right now and then winning league to get to the championship level.
Along with helping make the team better, Ryan also has great ambitions of his own this season.
I personally want to break the all-time sack record for individual for Casa Roble, and I want to become all-metro, if not all-state, in tackles and or sacks.
As he looks ahead to Bella Vista, Ryan believes that there's much more than just a football game being played tonight.
I'm looking forward to the rivalry. I love the high energy, the high rivalry. Everyone's into it. Everyone's pumped. We're having a rally coming up. And I just like the spotlight on our team, and we can finally demonstrate what we've been working on for the past 3 months.
Tonight at Bella Vista, Ryan looks to start off his senior season with a win.
That's right, we can all expect a big game out of Ryan Rafferty this week against the Wing T.
He'll have plenty of opportunities, as well as the entire defense, to stop BV's rushing attack. Now, earlier this week, I did get a chance to sit down with the big dog, Coach Ryan, to ask about what he sees in the upcoming game tonight. Welcome back to Coach's Corner, Rams fans. I'm here with the one and only big dog, Coach Ryan.
Hey, nice to be here, Marcus.
Great to have you. So, this week, the Rams play BV. What do you expect to see?
Well, Bella Vista is better than they were last year. Some ineligible players should be healthy and eligible this year. And they've installed the Wing T, which is a new and different offense for them. So we're expecting a better game.
What does practice look like in preparation for the game?
Well, this being one of our rival games, because we live really close and we know a lot of the Bella Vista players, we've had some pretty spirited competition. Yesterday we had a very nice and spirited goal line exchange. I can't remember if the offense or defense won it, but it really doesn't matter because we really got after things at practice.
Based on recent history in the last 10 years of Casa versus BV, what are you expecting the outcome of the game?
Well, luckily I'm a history teacher, not an AP stats teacher, so the trend has been that we're going to dominate the Broncos on Friday night, even though it's at Bella Vista. We have won many times in the last 10 years against the Broncos. And although it's a rivalry and we want lots of people, especially the Blue Crew there, we're expecting once again to come out with a victory.
That's all we have for you in this week's edition of Coach's Corner. Thank you, Coach Ryan, for being here.
Thanks for having me, and we'll see you Friday night at Bronco Land.
Coming out of Coach's Corner, we have some key questions for tonight. First question. This week it has been a rivalry week. BV is our crosstown rival. What are you expecting to see?
Well, like you said, it's a rivalry. It's always an important game, you know. But not only is the team getting ready for it, but the school as well. During the dress-up days of the week, and we're gonna have the rally today, and it's just building up the hype for the game, and it's a school-wide event.
Yeah, I agree. The whole school really has gotten involved. We expect a big showing from the Blue Crew tonight, and it has been a blue-out rally. So I think it's going to be a big game. Now, the second question is, this is the first week of football, and we have a lot of new players coming up, a lot of the juniors. This is their first game of varsity football. What are we expecting to see from them?
Well, the first week is always tough. You know, you're breaking off the rust, and you're really experiencing varsity football for your first time. But I'm sure that it'll rub off for them because during the week they've shown great promise for this game.
I agree that the Sheldon scrimmage, they really were able to play pretty well. I mean, they looked like they'd been playing varsity for a while. So what does Casa have to do to win tonight?
Casa has to really just play fundamental football, catch the ball along the routes, and just run our plays correctly and just execute. But they also have to be able to contain Andreas Linton on the other side of the ball.
That's right. They do need to contain him. He is fast, and he can really get the edge and be gone in a second.
So that's what Casa has to do to win. What does BV have to do to win this game?
Well, BV's really going to have to come out and play their A game. They got to play fundamental football just like the Rams. Well, that's all we have for you this week, Rams fans. Come out tonight at 7 o'clock at Bella Vista to watch your Casa Roble Rams dominate!
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that.